Any other questions for Coach?
Not sure if you've seen it, but Virginia Tech hired James Franklin. Just your thoughts on what he will bring to Virginia Tech and the ACC as a whole.
He's a winner. He's a winner. He's won everywhere he's been. He's a good football coach. I've known James for a long time. I have a good relationship with him. Certainly be great for our league, and I think it's a great fit. Similar recruiting footprint as far as what he's been a part of for a long time, and I'm happy for he and Fumi, his wife. They're again. I see him. I've spent a week with them every February for 15 years. So I've known him a long time, but he's a winner. I know people. He hadn't won the championship. He was a play away last year from being in the national championship, but he's a proven football coach, and I think they made a great hire. I think he'll do a great job. Again, great for the league, great for Virginia Tech, and good for the kids that he'll have opportunity to coach.
With Jordan Sorrells being a bit of a Furman legend, do you guys have any discussions about him having ties to both you guys and Furman? And
Interesting. Yeah, I came up last night because it was about 10:45, and me and Matt Luke are in the office, and all of a sudden here comes Jordan Sorrells walking by, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're not here on Monday nights at this. He goes, I'm always here this late on Monday nights. I'm like, I don't ever see you on the coach's hallway this late on Monday nights. And this is some Furman bull crap going on around here. So, yeah, not just him. We got Caldwell, we got Mike Dooley, so it's we got our eyes on those guys this week. It'll be a bittersweet week. And then Joey Batson, this is his last home game, so he's a senior too. This is his last. I think it's 29 years. Is that right? It's 29. Yeah, 29 years strength coach at Clemson. And he was a strength coach at Furman. What a career. What a career Joey Batson has had. I can't even express how grateful I am to him because of the job he's done. He's been the engine. He's been the engine, man. The strength coach is with your guys more than anybody. And they get the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. But he's incredibly loyal. He's incredibly loved by all these players, former and current. And I'm gonna miss him. But he's excited about, just moving on from this role that he's been in for a long, long time. And so it'll be a special day for him too. 29 years.
You still communicate with Chad Morris?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Does he want to coach again?
Chad?
Yeah.
I have no idea. You have to ask him. I talked to Chad a good bit. I've communicated with him some this year with Chan because of Chandler, and Tony. I've been pulling for those guys. And I think Jeff Scott went up there. They sent me a picture. He and Jeff were up there together for one of the games. I don't remember which one it was, but yeah. Excited, pulling for Virginia, man. I hate to say it, but I got to pull for my guy Tone. I'm so happy for them, and hope it works out. And Chandler, I've known Chandler for his whole life. He's done a heck of a job. It's been fun to watch. Yeah, I don't know what Chad wants to do. I have no idea.
Do you feel like the lack of a consistent running game has been one of your biggest frustrations on offense this year?
Yeah. I don't think we've run the ball as well as we needed to, and we hadn't been as good on third down as we need to be. Definitely a couple areas that we got to improve.
We'll ask players as they come through here today and tomorrow about Senior Day. What about for you as a head coach? Is it different for you at the bottom of the hill on Saturday than it probably is for any other Saturday? What's it like for you at the bottom of that hill?
It's emotional. It's emotional because again, this isn't a transactional place. This place is relationships, and I'm a relationship guy. I always have been, and man, I love these guys. You do. This is life. I spend more time with these people than I do, my wife. You just to see that the best part of my job, I've always said, is seeing the transformation in a guy's life through this journey and process of football and competition and failure, but just seeing them completely grow into these equipped men from when I meet them, because I always meet them when they're high school kids and they're young, and some of them I meet even earlier than that. I mean, some of these guys I've known since middle school, but you meet them and they come in and you just watch them grow and mature and change. I mean, it's amazing. Like a guy like Woodaz. I mean, here's a guy that played quarterback and safety, and you see him come in and just completely grow into this. He's a great linebacker, but he's a great just man. Like he's a great human being, and they see him how they just handle themselves in the community, the type of leaders they become within your program. I mean, it's so different. It's so much fun to watch. It's so much fun to watch. I mean, Walker Parks, from the first time I saw him in high school camp, he literally right outside this door, he cried on the just in this end zone right here. I offered him a scholarship, and he literally cried like a baby because he wanted to come to Clemson so bad. And man, he's been here for 6 years and would stay another 6 if we'd let him. I mean, he's just, and I mean, he's met probably his future wife here. I mean, it's just, you get close to their families. Again, it's not. We don't have many guys where I've known them for 6 months and they're in or out of here. We don't have many of those guys. These are deep relationships. And seeing these guys grow, and some guys it's gone just like you wanted, and for others it didn't go like you wanted. There's ups and downs, and that's life, and that's football. But that's a big day, and it's a big moment, because they're big, strong dudes, but it hits you. It hits you when this is your last time you're going to get to play in the Valley in an environment like we have here, and to be a part of something so unique like Clemson and the traditions here. But that's a part of our purpose here. Graduation, equipping them as men, having a great experience. And these guys have had a great experience. And then also winning a championship. And every one of these guys run down that hill has won a championship. Every single one of them. So I'm proud of them. And again, so it's emotional. I mean, it's an emotional day because I look at all these guys as my sons. That's just how I look at them. That's how I coach them. That's exactly how I coach them. Like their last name is Swinney to me. I don't treat them any different.
Coach, I do want to ask you about one guy who's coming through later today who maybe that doesn't necessarily get the spotlight, and that's Philip Florenzo. For a guy who is a self-professed crawl-on, who just crawled on the roster via tryout, what has it meant to you to watch his journey to this point?
So you've gone from here to now the podcast role over here. I mean, Flo's amazing. I mean, he is. I love that kid. He actually has a chance. If somebody will give him a shot at the next level, he could do it. Because he can run well enough and he can tackle. He's got value in coverage. He's big enough. If somebody will give him a shot, he could make it. There's only 32 of them jobs on the planet, so it's the odds are against him. But he could do it. But he's just a true crawl-on. Like, he just came to Clemson. And, we had our walk-on tryout. And, I think he had tried a couple times, and then maybe COVID, and it got canceled and all this stuff. And so, I go out there, and I'm like, we're evaluating the snappers. And I went, I said, let's do that again. And then he came over there, and, I needed a snapper. And same thing, right out there on the field. I didn't know anything about him. I didn't know his story. I knew nothing other than this guy's throwing a dart. Now Dooley we had his GPA, we had all that stuff. He was eligible, he's in school at Clemson, and I said, all right, you're on, you got a spot. And he started crying, and then he told me his story and how he got here and what his dream was and how hard he had chased the dream just to get a tryout, and so it was pretty cool. And then, man, he's taken You talk about a guy who's taking advantage of this program has a lot of resources that we provide for our players holistically. And he's been a sponge. I mean, he has absorbed every resource that you could possibly have, from Paul Journey to the academic resources to social life on campus to student government type work to SAC, all that type. I mean, like, he's involved in every aspect, and he's just grown into this very confident leader. And I'm proud of him, and my heart broke for him when, he's had one mistake, and he thought he was out of the game. I think he thought he was fired because Casperson was getting ready to go, and I'm looking for Flo. I said, "Where's Flo? Y'all get me Flo." And I think he thought I was fixing to rip him. And he comes over there, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's just looking at me, and I was like, because he didn't. I said, "You're going back in." I was like, "You've had one mistake in 5 years, man. Come on, you're going to go out there and you're going to throw a dart." And I'm glad it worked out that he had that opportunity, because he just takes so much pride in it. And it was that's another great example. That's life. Hey, you go back at it. You get back up and you go again. And you don't let what just happened define you. You get back to, everybody fails. Everybody can make mistakes. Everybody can whatever. And but that was pretty cool to see him go back out there. And I mean, a laser right on the hip. And we had to have the perfect punt. And we get the perfect punt. And Ronan goes down there and we get the perfect tackle. And it was a huge play in the game. So I love Flo. Flo's he's a great story. He's a Clemson man through and through, and he's one of those guys that, like I said, there's no telling what he'll do in his life, but he'll give back to Clemson.